Hey everyone, it's Joelle here from Strong Mind Soft Heart, and today I am sharing with you my 5 goals for 2021. If you are new here, my name is Joelle and this channel is Strong Mind Soft Heart. I'm married to David and we have 5 beautiful children who we homeschool. We love Jesus and we have a lot of content on this channel, so I hope you will consider subscribing, and if you are back, thank you so much. Also, please don't mind the husky voice. I am just getting over a bit of a bad cold, nothing virus related whatsoever, just a bit too much yummy Christmas desserts and late nights and an awesome day at a water park on a freezing cold day, and that has resulted in what you're hearing right now, but we're doing much better, all good. Gonna get through the video anyway with a croaky voice. I have a Polish cherry tea and I am good to go. Okay, so a quick super goal before I talk about the 5 goals for this year for 2021 is that I really want to be a better wife and mother, and I know that sounds like really cliche, but it's true. It's my deep, deep desire, and I do believe that these 5 goals that I have are going to help me to accomplish that. Okay, so number 1, it's a little bit embarrassing to talk about, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it because I need to do it and maybe it can help you, and that is I need to get over my phone addiction. I am addicted to my phone. It's not good. I'm quite ashamed of it. The truth is, other than my Bible, it's the next thing I grab. First thing in the morning, it's the last thing I look at before I go to bed. I spend too much time on it throughout the day. It distracts me from my children and from the things that need to be done around the house. So I really need to get a hold of it. I know it's quite a common problem. I watched that documentary on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called now, but you probably know what I'm talking about. And it talks about how so many people are addicted to phones, and how the social media apps are made basically for us to get addicted to. Now, I love social media. I really do, but I've got to get a hold of this. I've got to get control of it, and I need to use it wisely, and I need to use it with boundaries. So I am going to set up some boundaries in my life. I'm going to have times throughout the day where I am allowed to look at my phone and times where I'm not. And I'm going to make sure that I'm not on it throughout the day, being distracted from my kids and from the things I need to do. I'm also going to make sure that it's not the last thing I'm looking at before I go to bed. That's a huge one for me. I want to have my phone put away like an hour before I go to bed and read, or just get an extra hour's sleep or something, but not be on my phone. That is just so important to me. And also on Sundays, I want to have a social media free day. I don't want to be on social media at all. I want to take that time and focus on God and my family. And yeah, so other than, obviously if I'm live streaming church or something, I'm going to have that, on YouTube or on Facebook, and I might share that, but I'm not going to be commenting or checking things or notifications or scrolling or anything like that. Sundays are social media free for me. Number 2, I really want to work on hearing God's voice more. Now, if you're not a Christian, that might sound really weird to you, and I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. But what that means, really simply, all that means is that I want to turn down the dial of volume of, distractions and worry and fear and things that just take my focus off of God. And I want to turn up the dial on things that do. And for me as a Christian, that means reading my Bible. I'm going to be starting to do some scripture writing this year, hopefully helping me to memorize some verses. I want to be more I want to just be ready to pray at all times, like not just in the morning, but I want to think about God all throughout my day. And I think, from point number 1 of having less phone time, I'm going to be able to do that a bit more. So I'm really excited about that. And I think that's going to help me be a much better, more patient, more kinder, God willing, mother and wife. And looking forward to that. Number 3, this is a fun one. And actually, I was starting to do this in 2020 and I was doing really well. And then probably around beginning of November, I just stopped. And I shouldn't have stopped. I should have kept going because I was really enjoying it. And that is learn Polish. Now, if you know me, you know I'm married to David and he is Polish and his whole family is Polish. And my kids are very Polish, they identify with the Polish culture, they go to Polish school, they're learning the Polish language. My grandmother was Polish. I have Polish heritage as well. Everyone around me can speak Polish, but I don't speak Polish. So I've been around Polish people long enough that I have picked up enough of, I cannot speak it, but I can understand quite a lot of it. But I would love to learn how to speak it, like really learn how to speak it. And if you know anything about Polish, if you're not a Polish person, it's such a hard language to learn. Like the sounds are like no, I'm not being offensive. I love Polish people, but they're so hard. The sounds are so hard to make. But I was really actually making some progress last year, and I want to do it. I want to do it this year. I know I won't be fluent by the end of the year, but I want to be pretty good. That's my goal. So I've got the app Duolingo, and I paid for the whole thing, like, so I can really learn it without any limitations. And I just want to see how far I can go. And I believe, God willing, when this travel ban lifts, because it will lift, guys, because COVID is not the end of the world. COVID is a pandemic. It's horrible. I hate it. It's serious. It's real, but it's not going to last forever. Just want to put that out there because some people think this is the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, guys. It's going to pass. God willing, it's going to pass. Everything will be okay. That said, I am going to go back to Poland, Lord willing, with my family. We've gone quite a few times, and Dave has a lot of family over there, and I would love to be able to speak with them. I would love to this time not have to, rely on people to interpret for me, but to be able to hold my own in a conversation. And not just that, because my kids are learning Polish too and they love it, I want to be able to speak it too, because, if they're learning it as kids, they're going to be able to speak it. Like when you learn stuff as kids, you remember it. So I want to be able to, join in on the family conversation. I don't want to be the only one that can't speak it around the dinner table and they're all talking about me and I don't know it. So I'm going to learn Polish this year. I'm like an eclipse to Dave's head. Number 4, self-care. Well, number 4 is kind of 2 in 1, self-care and exercise. David, bring your head forward because there you go. He's social distancing from me because I've had a cold. He doesn't want to come near me.
What's up?
Anyway, self-care. Do you have anything you want to say about this point?
Absolutely. Very, very quickly, because I've been told I have to talk really quickly on YouTube, is that you must prioritize self-care. You think you're being selfish by looking after yourself, but the reality is if you do not look after yourself, you make everybody else around you suffer. So I've told my wife, self-care is a priority. A better you means a better environment at home for all of us. This is the opposite to self-care.
That's disgusting. Nobody wants to say that.
Sorry.
That's disgusting. But anyway, he's going to put them in the bin. No, but he's absolutely right. And to be honest, self-care is something I have really struggled with. Like, he'll tell you. It's just very hard. And I think a lot of mums do because we put ourselves last. And even if we have a deep desire to give ourselves self-care, we're too exhausted to do anything. So it's really...
There's a saying. You told me the saying, the queen and not the...
Ah.
Say that saying.
Be the queen of your family, not the slave of your family. The queen of your family. And I got that from, what's her name? Shani and Julius. Anyway, I did their Happy Mum app thing. Anyway, which kind of brings me to exercise. Okay, so self-care, need to do more of that. Exercise. Now, I am an all or nothing person. David is a very fit person. In my opinion, he's the fittest man on the earth. He can do marathons, he can do triathlons, he can do like 100 chin-ups, he can do whatever he wants. He's a fit guy.
I paid her to say this. So.
He's a fit man. I am not. I am not a fit person. So yeah, I really need to work on that. I have tried, and I usually go all in. And I burn myself out, and then I hate exercise. I never want to do it ever again. In saying that though, end of last year, October, I did a 6-week program with Shani and Julius.
SJ Fitness.
SJ Fitness, that's what it's called. It's really good. And it was an eating plan and also a daily exercise. And the exercises were only 5 to 10 minutes long each, and so it was achievable for me, and I really enjoyed that. Now at the end of that program, I could actually do 40 push-ups on my knees. Wow. Which I was really impressed with because I have absolutely no arm or core strength. So my goal, if I had a specific goal this year, I hate running, so I'm not going to put any running goals, but my goal would be to do 40 push-ups but on my toes.
Wow.
Like that. Right now I can barely do one. Like I do it like with the shaking. You know what I mean? I can't stand it. You can do them. He can do it. I can do them. So that's my goal. Self-care, exercise, 40 push-ups. Okay, last one, number 5. I want to make more YouTube videos. I really do, and I'm so excited about it because I have so much I want to share with you guys. So originally, it was like 2 years ago now. Excuse me, get my tea. One second. Okay, about 2 years ago now, I started my channel. Coming on to 2 years. And I was really excited about it. And I made the mistake of probably going out a little bit too hard, and I wasn't taking care of my priorities correctly. So I would make sure I'd get a video out, but my house was like a disaster, or I didn't, parent very well that day, or whatever it was. And I was miserable and I wasn't enjoying it, and my kids were not enjoying it. And so I had to really pull back a lot. And so, the last couple of years has been a real learning curve for me, in that I need to take care of the priorities first. I need to be faithful with the little first before I can be faithful with the big. So I'm really going to try to make sure, obviously, that my priorities are taken care of. And if I can do all of that, then I would like to make more videos. I have a lot I want to share. I want to talk a lot more on my homeschooling. I want to share some vlogs. I want to talk a lot more about mental health and my journey with postnatal depression. I'm through that now, thank the Lord. But, a few years ago, I was a very, very unwell person, and God brought me through that. And I have a lot of practical tips that I'd like to share. My husband and I write and perform original songs. I have a lot of different genres, which is probably not what you're supposed to do on a YouTube channel, but I'm passionate about all of them, so I'm just going to keep them all. And so I hope you'll join me and stick around, because there's a lot coming out, Lord willing, and I'm so excited about it. So if you've made it to the end of this video, well done. Thank you so much for sticking it through. And I will see you next time on Strong Mind Soft Heart. God bless you. Bye-bye.